Everyone, I am Vyas Dhvanish. Today I am going to present the SHG Bank Linkage Program SBLP. The SBLP is a system where the small group of poor people, mainly the women, are not connected with the banks. The aims to help the people who never normally do not get a bank's loan. But I take the example, a group of village women who never had a bank account can now save the money and take a long loan from a bank. So, and I collected this data on NABARD website and Reserve RBI website. Second slide, meaning of the SBLP. The SBLP connect the informal self-help groups with the formal banks. The banks trust the group instead of individual. Why important? Why the SBLP important? Because many poor people don't have a income proof or collateral. So SHG solve this problem. Example, instead of one woman asking for a loan, 10 women together from a group and take a loan. So there is a objective to the SBP. There is a procedure to give a loan. It is also called at the joint liability. So it's a lower chance to default. Next slide. The key service of SBLP. So the to save the small amount of loan without the collateral, no land gold required, repeat loans, higher loan if repayment is good. Example, if member save 100 rupees per month, after the some time the bank gives the 1 lakh loan to the group. So there are the key services the provided by a SBLP. SBLP give a loan without the collateral. So this all background of SBLP. So the SBLP started in 1992, introduced by NABARD and supported by the RBI. The main goal is financial inclusion. Why started? The poor people depends on a money launders charging the very high and interest rate. Example, earlier interest was a 5 and 10% per month from a money launders. So now banks charge much less. The fifth slide is a objective of the SBLP. So the first is a financial inclusion, bring a poor people into the banking. Second is a reduce the dependence. So reduce the money launders. So by providing the viable financial alternative, SBLP help to diminishing the reliance of the exploitative money launders, fostering the independence and the promoting the sustainable economic practice in a rural communities. And third and the most important is a woman empowerment. So the and women handle the money and decision. Empowering the women through the self-help groups enable them to gain a financial literacy and control the over resources, significantly the contributing to their social status and the community influencement. And the rural credit growth loans reach village. Example, for example, a woman start a tailoring shop using the self-help group loan and become a financially independent. So this is the objective of the SBLP. So next the sixth slide, the models of the SHG bank linkage. So the SHG bank linkage program operated through the three models. Model 1, bank from the SHG, banks give a loan. Model 2, most common, most common, the NGO from self-help group, banks give a loan. And model 3, the NGO from self-help group, NGO gives the loan using the bank fund. For example, an NGO trains women but the banks give her money. Model 2, there is a most common widely used. I'm going to next slide. Eligibility criteria. So there are the requirements of the bank linkage: existence duration, regular meetings, and saving consistency. So the bank check whether the self-help group is a serious and a discipline. Conditions are explained simply. The group exists for at least 6 months. Member meet regularly. Saving done regularly. Record properly maintained. And the past loan rapid on a time. For example, if group meets every week and save the regularly, the bank trusts them. So they are the eligibility criteria for SBLP. I'm going to next slide. The benefit of self-help groups. So bigger loans than a money launderers, lower interest rate. The first is a bigger loan than money launderers lenders with the lower interest rate. Second is a bank account give identity, help the start the small businesses. For example, an self-help group started the dairy farming using the bank loan and increase the income. So there are the benefits of the self-help groups: access to the loan, lower interest rate, and the bank identity. Next is a benefits for a bank. So what kind of benefit bank get? The self-help group loans count under the priority sector lending (PSL). Group presence ensure the repayment with the low default (NPA), non-performing asset, net, and easy rural expansion. Example: if one member doesn't pay, other member pressurize her to repay. So there is a less chances to default. So the bank get a three benefits: PSL targets, priority service lenders. Second is a lower NPA, lower defaulter, and third reduce the operational cost. Next is I would like to conclude this slide. So SBLP is a successful because the poor people get a bank account and women become financially strong. They get safe borrowers, rural economy improve. The final, for example, a small self-help group loan today can turn into the successful rural business tomorrow. So the building a brighter future together by supporting the communities, creating the opportunity and the opportunity. Thank you.